you ever wondered why some people achieve their goals while others struggle to make progress? It's not always about who is the smartest or who has the most talent. It's not about being lucky or having more resources than others. The real difference between success and failure often comes down to just one simple word: consistency. Consistency is the invisible force behind every major achievement. It doesn't matter whether your goal is to learn English, get fit, build a business, or master a new skill. Without consistency, progress slows down or stops completely. With consistency, even the hardest challenges can be overcome, step by step, day by day. Think about this. Success is not built on big, dramatic actions taken once in a while. Success is built on small actions, repeated over time, with patience and dedication. It's not about perfection. It's about showing up regularly, even when you don't feel like it. Let's say you want to improve your English. Now imagine two people with the same goal. Person 1 studies for just 10 minutes a day, listening, repeating phrases, thinking in English throughout the day. The other person waits until they have free time, then studies for 5 hours, once a month. Now ask yourself, who will improve faster? The answer is clear. The person who studies every day, even for just a short time, will make more progress. Why? Because they're consistent. Small efforts done every single day create long-lasting results. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the power of consistency. We'll explore, check why it works, check the common challenges people face, check and the most effective strategies to stay consistent, no matter what your goal is. By the end, you'll walk away with a clear plan to use consistency in your life and achieve amazing things. What is consistency? Let's start with a simple definition. Consistency means doing something regularly, without giving up. It means forming a habit of taking action, even when you don't see immediate results. Consistency isn't about intensity. It's about frequency. Instead of pushing yourself too hard and burning out, it's about finding a rhythm you can stick to. It's like taking one small step every day that moves you forward. Think of it this way. Imagine you want to get stronger physically. If you do 10 push-ups every day, you'll get stronger over time. But if you do 100 push-ups once a month, your body won't improve much. Why? Because growth needs repetition. This same idea applies to learning, fitness, relationships, health, work. Whatever your goal is, doing a little bit regularly is far more powerful than doing a lot once in a while. How do small, repeated actions lead to big results? There's a powerful principle behind this. Small things, done consistently, lead to big outcomes. When you do something over and over again, it becomes a habit. And once something becomes a habit, it takes less effort and becomes automatic. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. If you water it every day, it grows, roots, a stem leaves, and eventually becomes a tree. But if you forget to water it, or only water it once a month, it might never grow at all. Consistency is the daily water your goals need. Think of brushing your teeth. You don't wait until your teeth look dirty before brushing. You do it every day because you know it keeps your teeth healthy. The same principle applies to language, learning, health skills, career. Each small step may seem unimportant on its own, but together they build something great. That's the power of consistency. Learning English with consistency. Let's go deeper into our example of learning English. Imagine two people, Person A and Person B. Person A sets aside 10 minutes each day. They listen to podcasts, repeat short dialogues, write a few sentences, and even think in English during daily tasks. Over time, those 10 minutes add up. In just 1 month, that's 300 minutes, or 5 hours of practice. After 1 year, that's over 3,600 minutes, or more than 60 hours of active learning. And during that time, they're improving. Checkmark, pronunciation, checkmark, vocabulary, checkmark, listening checkmark, confidence, slowly but surely. Now, let's look at Person B. They wait until they have time. Maybe once a month, they study for 2 hours. They work hard during that session, but because they don't practice regularly, they forget much of what they learned by the next session. They often feel like they're starting over. So even though Person B studied for 2 hours at a time, they only studied for 24 hours in an entire year. Meanwhile, Person A, with just 10 minutes a day, practiced for 60 hours and remembered more because they were using the language consistently. Who made more progress? Without a doubt, Person A, because consistency always beats intensity. Why is consistency so important? Let's break down why consistency works so well. It builds strong habits. When you repeat an action, it becomes part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or making your bed. It creates steady progress. Even if the progress is slow, you're always moving forward. You're building momentum little by little. It boosts confidence. The more you practice, the better you get, and the more confident you feel. Confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from practice. It reduces stress. When you work little by little, things feel manageable. You avoid the pressure and frustration that come from last-minute efforts. It leads to success. The most successful people in the world aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who stay consistent no matter what. How to stay consistent, even when life gets busy. Staying consistent isn't always easy, but there are proven strategies that can help. Start small. Don't try to do too much. Even 5 minutes a day is enough to build a habit. Create a routine. Pick a time and stick with it. Morning, afternoon, or evening. The more regular your schedule, the easier it becomes. Track your progress. Use a journal, app, or calendar to mark your practice. Seeing your progress motivates you to keep going. Stay connected to your why. Remind yourself why your goal matters. Imagine the feeling of speaking English fluently, confidently, and effortlessly. Be patient. Results take time. Some days will be better than others, but what matters most is not giving up. The science behind consistency. Now let's look at the science. When we repeat an action, our brain starts to form connections. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. Each time we do something, neurons in our brain fire and connect. The more we repeat an action, the stronger those connections become. Like a path in the forest that becomes clearer the more you walk it. At first, learning something new feels difficult, just like riding a bike. But over time, your brain builds those connections and the action becomes automatic. This is how habits form, and why repetition is essential. If you stop practicing, those connections weaken. That's why consistency is so powerful. It keeps the pathways in your brain strong and active. The compound effect. There's a concept called the compound effect. The idea that small actions done consistently lead to massive results over time. Imagine saving just $1 a day. After 1 year, you have $365. After 10 years, you have $3,650. And more if you invest it. Now apply this to learning English. If you learn one new word every day, you'll know 365 new words in a year. In 5 years, that's 1,825 words, enough to speak fluently in many situations. The magic of the compound effect is that the results grow faster over time. Each small step builds on the last one, and your progress starts to accelerate. Real-life examples of consistency. Let's look at some real-life examples. Athletes. Top athletes train every day, even when they're tired or not motivated. A basketball player who practices 100 free throws every day will improve faster than someone who practices once a month. Entrepreneurs. Successful business leaders didn't succeed overnight. They worked on their vision every day, learned from mistakes, and stayed consistent for years. Language learners. People who study a little every day, listening, reading, speaking, improve much faster than those who only study occasionally. Final thoughts. Your turn consistency is not just a nice idea. It's the foundation of real, lasting success. No matter what your goal is, whether it's learning English, getting healthier, or improving any skill, small, consistent actions are your most powerful tool. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up every day and do your best. Progress might feel slow at times, but if you keep going, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. So don't wait for the perfect time. Start now. Practice a little today, then a little tomorrow. Keep going, because with consistency, great things are possible. Common challenges and how to overcome them. Let's be honest, staying consistent is not always easy. Many people start with big dreams and strong energy. They get excited, they set goals, they make plans, and then life happens. They hit obstacles, they get tired, they lose momentum, and slowly they stop. But here's the good news. These challenges are not signs that you're failing. They're part of the process. Every successful person has faced them, and so can you. The key is not to avoid challenges, but to prepare for them, to understand them, and develop the mindset and tools to rise above them. Let's take a closer look at some of the most common challenges that break consistency and how to beat them. 1. Lack of motivation. One of the biggest myths in self-improvement is this: I need to feel motivated to take action. But the truth is, motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired, and some days you don't even want to get out of bed. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for the perfect weather to go outside. If you wait too long, you might never start. That's why discipline is far more powerful than motivation. Discipline means doing the right thing even when you don't feel like it. Think of successful people, athletes, musicians, entrepreneurs. They don't always feel motivated, but they show up anyway. Why? Because they've built the habit. They've trained themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. How to overcome lack of motivation? Create a daily routine, even if it's short. A simple plan removes the need for motivation. Start small. If you don't feel like doing 30 minutes of practice, do 5. Action leads to motivation. Revisit your why. Remind yourself daily why you started. Put it where you can see it. Use the just get started rule. Tell yourself, I'll do it for 2 minutes. Often, those 2 minutes turn into more. Celebrate effort, not just results. Give yourself credit for showing up. Every step counts. 2. Distractions and excuses. We live in a noisy world. Phones buzzing, social media calling, TV shows tempting. It's easy to get distracted, and even easier to make excuses. But here's the truth. Distractions are not just around you. They are also inside you. Every time you say, "I'll do it later," "I'm not in the mood," "I'm too busy today," you delay your progress, and tomorrow becomes next week. But you don't need more time. You need more focus, and you don't need perfect conditions. You need better decisions. How to overcome distractions and excuses. Create a distraction-free zone. Put your phone away. Close extra tabs. Turn off notifications. Make it easy to start. Prepare your space. If you want to write, keep your notebook ready. If you want to learn, keep your English app one tap away. Set a specific time. Don't leave your goal to chance. Schedule it like a meeting. Use the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes to start, do it now. Have an accountability partner. Share your goal with someone. Knowing that someone expects you to show up can be powerful. Be honest with yourself. Are you really too tired or just distracted? Ask yourself that before making an excuse. 3. Impatience. With results. Another challenge is expecting quick results. We live in a world of instant gratification. Fast food, fast internet, fast everything. But real growth, it's slow. Language fluency, confidence, new habits, they all take time. And when we don't see quick progress, we feel like we're failing. But success is not about speed. It's about direction. As long as you're moving forward, even slowly, you're on the right path. How to overcome impatience. Track your small wins. Maybe you didn't master a skill today, but did you show up? Did you learn one thing? That counts. Avoid comparison. Your journey is unique. Focus on your growth, not someone else's timeline. Remember, tiny steps lead to big results. Progress isn't always visible right away, but it's happening. Final thoughts and action steps. Let's bring everything together. Consistency is not a talent. It's not something you're born with. It's a skill, and skills can be learned, practiced, and mastered. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be the best. You just need to show up every single day, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when no one is watching. If you do that, you will win. Not overnight, but over time, because consistency compounds. Think about this. 1 page a day becomes a book in a year. 5 minutes of English practice daily becomes fluency over time. A 2-minute habit turns into a lifestyle shift. You already have the tools. You just need the commitment. So what should you do now? Here's your next step. Simple, clear, and powerful. Pick one small goal related to what you want to improve. It could be learning 5 English words, reading 1 page, or doing 2 minutes of practice. Do it today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Repeat it tomorrow. Don't worry about the next month. Just focus on today and tomorrow. Track your progress. Use a notebook, an app, or a wall calendar. Seeing progress builds momentum. Tell someone. Share your goal with a friend. Let them cheer you on. Or, better yet, join you. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait for the big victory. Every small action is a step forward. Stay patient, stay focused, stay consistent. And when it gets hard, remember, that's where growth happens. Your life can change, one small step at a time. No matter your goal, learning English, building a new habit, improving yourself, consistency is the key. Not talent, not luck, consistency. So show up, do the work, even if it's just a little bit, because that little bit adds up. Faster than you think. Your future self will thank you. Now go take that first step. And don't stop, because once you master consistency, you can master anything.